Hi beauties, it's Jean Piersanti. Today we're going to make a card and I'm going to show you the artist watercolor pad from Dollar Tree. And let's go ahead and I'm just going to grab a piece of it. So all you're going to do is open it and tear it out. It's not perforated anywhere, so you've got a really jagged edge. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to grab my Memento ink. Then I'm going to grab my Mediterranean Moments, and I'm going to get this little guy out here. Really cute with the moped there. I just think these images are so pretty. So, got that. Then, I'm going to get out a sheet of designer series paper, and it's from the Playful palette, and this one is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and then I've got a black 8.5 by 11 cut lengthwise down the center, so that makes it at 5.5 by 11. No, I'm sorry, 4 1/4 by 11, and then we'll fold that right in half, and now you've got 5.5 by 4 1/4. So we've got these two, but we're going to wait for that. And I've gone ahead and I've put that right on here. So we're going to just take this Memento ink and we're going to ink it up really well. And this one does not run when I put water on it. So that is why we're going with that. I'm going to get it one more time because I ran my finger across something, but I don't know what it was. So that's it with that. That's all we're going to do. And then I'm just going to push it right down in the center there. And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to get out some watercolor pencils. And I'm just going to set that off to the side to get cleaned. I'm going to grab a couple colors here. Now these are the retired set of watercolor pencils, but I still have them. I still use them. Stampin' Up! Has come out with new ones, and please ignore that. My husband took me to a movie screening, so that's what they ended up giving us to let us know that we were getting into the movies for free. So I'm grabbing just a couple colors of green. And I guess a few colors of green. And then I want to do the moped in a nice pretty color. So I'm going to do that kind of pink color there. And then I'm going to grab the brown. I'm grabbing lots of colors. And then we've got some black and gray as well. So I think this should be good. And I am not good at watercolors at all, but we're going to go ahead and it's going to be really quick. I just want this door to be brown, so I'm going to do a little bit just around the outsides. Nothing really special there. And I want to do a little bit of this color here, but nothing real bright. So once I add the water, it'll make this go around a little bit. And I'm going to do the windows the same. Again, just right around the outside. And I'm just running some across there. A little bit on these trellis here. And then I'm going to take this color here, and this is kind of a bricky color. And I'm just kind of scribbling where there's marks there. And the darker you put it, you know, once you add some water, you'll be good to go. So just adding where the bricks are. You can see I'm really doing this fast here, nothing really too much. And then just lightly over where I'm going to want to pull some color there. So I've used those. I've used this brown here. I actually do want to make this pot brown. And then we'll go ahead and do some of this greenery. Now I'm going to pull in multiple colors of green, so you'll just see me throw some colors here and there. And you'll see I'm not trying to stay in any lines at all, just kind of throwing some color, mixing it around, because that's the way real bushes are. Multiple different colors with the lights and the darks and this and that. And you can really, if you wanted to, you can use, like, if the light were shining this way, how would it go? But like I said, I'm really bad at that. I don't do Copic markers real well. I just can never figure out how that works. But we definitely want to get a little bit of that brown inside the door and pull everything in together. So this is actually more of the rustic color. Then I'm going to do the mirror here in a gray, some handles in the gray. This seat, I'm going to put some gray and then some black as well. Just things that I think are going to be chrome. And then the tires, we'll put in some black there. The tires are always pretty dark, so you'll see that that's why I'm made that one pretty dark there. And then I'm going to take a little bit more gray and go lightly around here, just for sidewalk and shadow. And then we're going to pull in that pretty pink color, because if I were riding a moped, I would want it to be pink. And I'd want it to be nice and bright, so I put lots of color in there. Now, I didn't pull out a color for that, those window shades, so I'm going to go back with some gray here, and I'm just going to put really light gray curtains in here. And I'm going to darken up the edges a little bit. And then I'm going to pull this kind of mustardy color in along the frame as well. So there we go. We've gone and put our pencils in real quick, real easy. Now I'm bringing out my aqua painter pen. You just undo this here, and you're going to put some water in there, and then you are good to go. You take off the lid, you give it a little squeeze, and the water's already coming out. Now you just take this, and you're going to go ahead and just color in those colors. So you'll see that that yellow is really brightening up there. So when you've moved on, I just put it right on my hand because it really goes away rather quickly. So we're just going to do those, and I'm going to do from the top down, but in color sequence. So I'm just going to run this over the tree up here. You see all of those beautiful colors mixing together. I'm going to do this tree as well. This little guy here. And then this one as well. So pretty. And then just right across my hand. And we're going to go ahead and go along here. Just pulling this all out. And I'm going to try not to pull that green in because I don't want to muddy it and make it like a brown. So I'm just going to go around it there. And the same here, I'm not going to pull it into the pink because I want it to be its own, but I will put it through the basket because baskets you could see through. And I'm just going to pull that, and you'll see that this is really, it's not thick watercolor paper. I mean, it's Dollar Tree, but it works rather well. Now, this is my opinion, so if I were doing a project, you know, that I really needed to be super nice, let's say if I were doing one for a wedding, I would use my Stampin' Up! Watercolor paper. But if I'm doing this just as an oh hello, you know, that type, then I'm just going to grab this. This is a great material for quick and easy. And now I'm going to move on to this door here. And again, trying not to pull that into that little moped. Just doing it all on its own. And I missed a little spot here, so I'm just pulling some of this brown and putting it in there. So really, really nice. I'm going to go, and I want to do the moped last, so you can already see that that's what I'm doing, is going all the way around everything. And I'm going to take this gray and I'm going to just pull it out, and you know, until it goes like that, and give it a little shadow. Now I'm going to go in and do my pink here of the moped and just really get that nice. And you'll see where there's a little bit darker on the outside because I really put it dark on the outside. And along the top there, and the same here, I left a little bit more white here, so it should be lighter. So, and then if I wanted to, I could just pull it to cover the whole thing. Okay, now I'm going to go over these little gray spots and into the black. And once you put that black, it's going to kind of mix all together there. So be really careful, just use the tip there. The watercolor doesn't look beautiful with the black there if it gets muddled into the rest. So that's why I saved it for last. So I think that came out really cute. So now we've got that done. I've wiped that all off, and I'm just going to kind of move it out a little bit here. And get those colors to just be more watercolory look. And I'm just pushing that out a little bit. You'll see it grabs some of that color and brings it out. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to tear along the edges. So there we go. Now, because it is, you could see that it's indented. I don't know if you could see that or not. So it doesn't hold its shape really well, but it is really a nice little medium, especially if you're learning to watercolor. So we've got that part done. I'm going to bring in these little guys, and I am going to, while it's wet, just kind of tear. In fact, I'm going to wet it up a little bit more up here and around. And just so I can tear those edges rather easily. So I'm just going to bring that in and start kind of tearing at the edges of where that water line mark is. Oh, I cut off a little edge there, but that's okay. So you can let that dry. And you can flatten it out if you'd like. Then we're just going to take this piece here and just stick it on. You can use the Tombow is what I like to use. And I go close to the edge, but not all the way. And the reason is because I want it to have that just raised watercolor look. So I'm going to stick that just right on here. So you can see that raised portion coming up right there. Then I'm going to take just some of this ribbon that I got at Michael's. I'm going to take a piece to wrap it around. Then I'm going to take another little piece and I'm going to do a faux bow here. You just take that little piece and then we'll take this piece here. I think I'm going to stick it right underneath there. I'm going to grab some of my tape-a-ma-jig, what my husband calls it, but the snail adhesive, and put this one right on here. Same with the other side. And that's going to hold that down. Then I'm going to take this here. Oh, I ran out of my tape. It's okay, I'll just grab one of my other ones. And then I'm going to stick that right on here. And then I'm going to cut these guys at a little angle. We've got a cute little card there. You can put a sentiment down here as you need it. And then if you've seen my technique for the center here, I just take a shipping label that is just a bit smaller than this and stick it on the inside when I've got dark colored cardstock. So you can also put a couple of sequins on there if you'd like. I'm going to look real quick and see what I have. Now I don't have sequins with me right here, but I do have these beautiful little colors here. They're like rhinestones, but they are in some of these other colors. So I got this whole entire thing at the Dollar Tree. It comes with all of these, and I'll just stick a couple of them here and there. all of these colors work really well with it. So we'll just, actually I'm not going to use this one, but I will use this green because that's really pretty. And then I'll go down with this purple and put it over here. And I think I will go back and grab this little guy. And there we go. Really cute, really pretty. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my bits and pieces of craftiness, make sure you subscribe. You can find all of my information on my About page here on YouTube, or you can go to my blog at BeautyandtheStamper.com. And then I'd love to see your creations. If you put them on Instagram, please tag me so I know. Alright, beauties, if you like this card, thank you so much. Just comment below. Tell me what you like about it. Tell me what you don't like about it. But I want to hear. Alright, for $1, I definitely think that the watercolor paper is worth it for 15 sheets, especially if you're just going to play around at first. Okay, have a wonderful day. Bye!